Hi! Welcome, and thank you for tuning into Kirb Appeal, a limited series celebrating the 30-year history of everyone's favorite little pink hero, Kirby. I am Alex Reynolds, and today we'll be diving into Kirby's adventure, so let's hop on a warp star and head back to the spring of 1993.
Who's Kirby? Behind the flabby facade, a physical powerhouse, a street fighter, a weapons expert. He's whatever the situation demands. In Kirby's adventure, evil King Dedede's stolen Dreamland's dreams. Now Kirby's fighting to get them back, level by nightmarish level. That's Kirby. He's cute. Till you cross him, then he's one tough cream puff. Kirby's Adventure on NES.
Kirby's Adventure was released on March 23rd in Japan and on May 1st in North America in 1993, and centers around the denizens of Dreamland being trapped in their nightmares. And it was very appropriate because 1993 was kind of a nightmare year in terms of events and consequences around the world.
Bad year for libraries. Bad year for America.
1993 brought us further into the Iraq disarmament crisis and eventually saw the bombing of Baghdad by the US.
Those missiles were launched this afternoon at 4:22 Eastern Daylight Time.
1993 was the year that a sect of Branch Davidians led by David Koresh entered a deadly 51-day standoff in Waco, Texas with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and the FBI. We saw the Great Blizzard of 93 bring 100-mile-per-hour winds, up to 53 inches of snow, and over 10 million power outages in a 3-day storm that spread from Canada to Honduras.
You have been out there tonight for a good while exposed to the elements. Tell us how you're feeling right now. Is it difficult for you to talk yet or anything like that?
I'd like to come in now if that was all right.
But off-planet, things weren't so bad. In March of 1993, the moon entered its perigee, or closest point to Earth, at the same time it was at its fullest during the month, making it the largest moon for the next 20 years. The Space Shuttle Endeavour completed a service mission to the Hubble telescope, sending clear and corrected images back to Earth from Hubble for the very first time.
Space!
In the nightmare that was 1993, we did find solace and comfort in entertainment. In music, topping the charts again for 2 months was Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. Also topping the charts was Tag Team's Whoomp There It Is. I could not say that whiter if I tried. And Meatloaf's I Will Do Anything for Love.
But I won't do that.
In movies, topping the box office was Jurassic Park, Nightmare Before Christmas, and The Fugitive.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
While Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven won Best Picture at the Oscars that year.
I'm not going to shut up. It's my turn.
On television, Home Improvement, Seinfeld, and Roseanne were top of the ratings charts. We saw the premiere of Rocko's Modern Life on Nickelodeon.
Garbage Day is a very dangerous day.
We saw the premiere of Iron Chef in Japan. And we saw the very first Got Milk commercial. In the world of video games, 1993 saw the premiere of Doom on MS-DOS, Star Fox on the SNES, and SNK's fighting game Samurai Spirits, aka Samurai Showdown, for the Neo Geo arcade system led the Game of the Year awards. In August 1993, Nintendo announced a collaboration with visual computing company Visual Graphics Inc. on a gaming console project that would still not be released for another 3 years. Even though the Super Nintendo had found its way into 50 million homes by this point, Nintendo was still developing games for its original NES system, and one of the very last games to be developed for that system was Kirby's Adventure. After the success of Kirby's Dream Land, Masahiro Sakurai was approached by Nintendo to port the game from one system to the other, essentially copying Kirby's Dream Land onto the 8-bit color NES system. But Sakurai didn't want to do that. The NES was a much more advanced system graphically, and Kirby's Dream Land was designed for beginners, while the NES appealed to a much wider, more advanced genre of players, so Sakurai wanted to create something new. Quote, even though we could use the same pixel art for Kirby, when it came to capacity and what was possible, all that expanded greatly with NES. And they stretched that possibility to its limit. Kirby's Adventure has 7 different lobbies, each lobby consisting of 5 to 7 stages and 5 subgames on top of that. Kirby has 25 different abilities to choose from with his new copying power, plus his 26th ability, which is just sucking them up in the first place. Kirby's Adventure clocks in at 3.5 hours of gameplay versus Kirby's Dream Land's about 30-ish minutes of gameplay, making it the largest memory of any Nintendo cartridge manufactured to that point at 768 megabits. Kirby himself was even made larger for the game.
I like 'em round and big.
Kirby's Adventure also marked the first Kirby game that saw HAL Laboratory senior sound composer Hirokazu Ando join Jun Ishikawa for the soundtrack, which jumped from 15 original tracks for Kirby's Dream Land all the way up to 30 for Kirby's Adventure, with only a couple repeats. So that's where Kirby's Adventure comes from, but what is it about? I will read from the instruction booklet. Light years away on a tiny star not visible from Earth is the magical, peaceful place known as Dreamland. The beings that inhabit this wonderful place live a blissful existence that centers on eating, sleeping, and playing. An example of their carefree customs include the traditional after-lunch feast nap. After they awaken from their nap, the Dreamlanders discuss their dreams and fervently hope that each other's fondest wishes come true. One day, a young Dreamlander named Kirby awoke from his after-lunch nap feeling terrible. What happened? He wondered to himself. I didn't have any dreams during my lunch nap. This lack of dreams left Kirby feeling very uneasy. After talking to some of his friends, he found that the problem was much more serious than he had thought, for they had not experienced any dreams either. Something must have happened to the Dream Spring, they exclaimed in unison. The Dream Spring is a magical well that is a reservoir for all dreams of the inhabitants of Dreamland. Dreams also flow out of the Dream Spring and envelop Dreamland, granting all sleeping beings enjoyable dreams. Legends told that the Dream Spring was created by a magical artifact known as the Star Rod. The sparkling star on the tip of this scepter was an actual fragment of a star that had landed on Dreamland in the distant past. The Star Rod now provided energy to the Dream Spring and served as the very symbol of Dreamland. The lack of dreams made everyone in Dreamland feel restless and irritable. The joyful laughter that had once resounded throughout Dreamland could no longer be heard at all. Things were bleak. Kirby, the roly-poly hero of Dreamland, boldly announced his intention to investigate the Dream Spring and find the cause of all the trouble. Upon reaching the Dream Spring, who did he find but King Dedede, bathing in its magical waters. In the past, see Kirby's Dream Land for Game Boy, King Dedede had caused mischief in Dreamland by stealing all the Dreamlanders' food and sparkling stars. Now, in the middle of the Dream Spring, in place of the Star Rod, sat Dedede, covered with bubble bath. So, you're up to your old tricks again, eh, Dedede accused Kirby. What are you talking about, young Pudgeball? Dedede looked surprised. I thought I'd do everyone a favor by— No, Kirby shook his head. I won't listen to your tricks. What have you done with the Star Rod? Oh, that old thing, Dedede said nonchalantly. I broke it into 7 pieces and gave each piece to one of my friends. What was Dedede thinking, Kirby wondered. Before hearing any more of what Dedede had to say, Kirby set off on the long trek to gather the pieces of the Star Rod and return them to the Dream Spring. Hopefully, he could return the sparkle to the Dream Spring so that the people of Dreamland could again enjoy their happy midday naps. Kirby's Adventure leans heavily into dreams being at the center of Kirby's lore, and that fact remains pretty much the same throughout all of Kirby's history. That is when the main catalyst for gameplay isn't food. Instead of a main antagonist, King Dedede is introduced as more of a troublemaking loafer, but put a pin in that for now because not only does this introduce a new element to King Dedede's character, but it introduces a recurring device for Kirby games going forward as well. Kirby's Adventure marks the debut of Meta Knight, and he is just as mysterious here as he remains for the rest of the series, which is something that we'll talk about more in the future as he gets fleshed out in subsequent games. This game does lend credence to the theory that Meta Knight is of the same species as Kirby, just because when his mask gets knocked off, he might as well just be a Kirby in black. His motives are inconsistent in Kirby's Adventure, however, because he will give you an invincibility candy in the middle of a level 1 minute and then sick the Meta Knights on you the next. What's your game, man? Our mid-level bosses with absorbable copy abilities include Bonkers, Bugsy, Fire Lion, Grand Wheelie, Mr. Frosty, Mr. TikTok, Poppy Brothers Sr., and Rolling Turtle. Then comes DDD. Already in Kirby's second game, we have the third act reveal of things are not always as simple as they appear, and it won't be the last time that happens either. In this case, the fight with DDD is just a precursor to something much more nebulous, mysterious, cosmic, and cruel, in this case, Nightmare, both in his Orb stage and in his Dracula That Eats Dreams stage. So the stakes are much higher in terms of lore in Kirby's Adventure, but also in terms of gameplay. But before we get into all that, it is time once again for the minor Troublemaker roll call. We have Blipper, Bounder, Bronto Burt, Broom Hatter, Cappy, Coconut, Coner, Glunk, Gordo, Kaboo, Ace Knight, Javelin Knight, Mace Knight, Trident Knight, Poppy Brothers Jr., Scarfy,
The devil!
Shotzo, Slippy, Squishy, Twizzy, and Waddle Dee.
But wait! There's more!
As for those with copy abilities and their copy abilities, we have Blade Knight, Sword, Bomber, Crash, Bubbles, Ball, Chili, Freeze, Cool Spook, Light, Flamer, Fireball, Hothead, Fire, Laser Ball, Laser, Naughty, Sleep, Parasol, Pengy, Ice, Rocky, Stone, Sir Kibble, Cutter, Sparky, Spark, Starman, High Jump, Sword Knight, Sword, Togezo, Needle, Twister, Tornado, UFO, Waddle Doo, Beam, and Wheelie, Wheel. As for the actual gameplay, Kirby's Adventure has a pretty similar control setup as Kirby's Dream Land, except there's an added running and sliding feature. Kirby is a much better swimmer in Kirby's Adventure and can blow a water gun instead of being relatively helpless underwater the way he was in Kirby's Dream Land. The most important and brand-defining contribution of Kirby's Adventure has to be Kirby's copy ability. You can inhale certain enemies and absorb their power by pressing down on the D-pad, and this has become one of the most, if not the most, defining features of our little pink hero in his entire history. There are loads of secrets and surprises throughout the stages of Kirby's Adventure, not the least of which are giant buttons that you usually need a specific set of copy abilities to unlock that will then grant you access to extra lives and different sub-games throughout each lobby. The mini-games of Kirby's Adventure include the end-of-stage high jump, where you hit A at the lowest point to shoot up to the top level for an extra life, Egg Catcher, where DDD throws eggs and bombs at Kirby's open mouth, and your job is not to catch any bombs. The Crane Game, where you operate a crane to try and grab a small or large Kirby for extra lives. Museum, where you pick up a copy ability to take with you to the next level. Quick Draw, which features Kirby in a cowboy hat, and features Kirby in a cowboy hat. And you hit A when the other character draws. If you hit too slow, you'll be eliminated. If you hit too quick, you'll get a strike. I've never beaten DDD one time. And Battle Royale, where you battle one of the mid-bosses for a Maxim Tomato and their copy ability. This game was so much bigger and better than it had to be. Literally, Sakurai was told to just copy Kirby's Dream Land onto the NES, but instead, he came out with one of the best NES games of all time. I had so much fun going back to this game, as demonstrated by this episode's Kirby Your Enthusiasm. Already starting right away with Beam. Wonderful. This is already infinitely improved on when I played Kirby's Dream Land. I say as I lose my power, but that's okay, because I will get another one right now. Fire, beautiful. So within 2 minutes of playing the game, we have already been introduced to 2 copy abilities. And we've lost 2 copy abilities. But it's okay, because Kirby can run after it. But it's gone. It's gone forever. That's okay. I don't think those guys give me anything. They do! Oh, that's Sparky. Silly me. He looks like nothing. Ah, I should have gotten the fire again. Oh well, that's okay. I don't like Spark. Oh, so close. I'm gonna hook his little foot. Get him. Oh, there we go. This one is it. This one is it. I got him. Yeah. Two ups for Kirby. Cappy. Oh, I've still got fire. I completely forgot. Perfect. Oh no. I really hate Shatzo. I really hate you, Shatzo. And I'm gonna make sure everybody knows it. Oh, Broom Hatter, I'm sorry. Broom Hatter never hurt anybody. He's just trying to clean the place up. Can I get you in there? I mean, he's definitely not hurting anybody, so that would be an act of aggression on my part. I will just let him keep doing what he's doing. I think he's just there if I want his power. I think he's another firepower. I think like a rolling flame, like fireball, instead of shooting flame. But I like my sword. I'm going to keep my sword. I'm going to lose my sword. I'm going to get my sword back. There we go. All right, I think this is just museum. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Oh no, whoops. let me try that again. All right, there we go. Kirby is a sword boy once again. Now, Coconut is actually listed as an enemy in the instruction booklet, which I think is pretty funny. See, I like this. I mean, I have the power that I want, which is the sword boy power, but if I didn't, I could get him up there on those rocks. Oh no. Wheelie, I think, as a power is too unpredictable for me. I don't really have as much control as I want when I'm as a wheel, just like rolling around everywhere. I think that, I mean, obviously the way that the terrain is, that the game really wants me to have the wheelie power, but I choose not to. Oh no, I think now I have no choice. If I want any power at all, it needs to be the wheel power. Yikes. It's okay, there was a soda over there that I can get, and all right. Yeah, okay, that was fun. Okay, can I get that soda bottle before getting killed by a fish? Yeah, let's get him over this way. Oh no, so close. All right. And that was the end of it. I could have just left. I could have just left well enough alone, but I didn't. There's this guy. I think this guy gives me like mic blast. The music notes flying out of his head would tell me yes. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Now I think this power is different because you only have a limited number of times you can do it. And this is a perfect time. Get rid of those Scarfies. Yes, all of them. Bye, boys. This level is giving me a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog vibes, which I don't hate. We are going down there. Of course we are. Why wouldn't we? Oh no, the poor little, the naughties. All they do is sleep. They're harmless. And I mowed them down like grass. What have I become? Paint Roller! Oh my goodness, this is one of my favorite bosses. I don't think that this character actually appears in other Kirby games. I think it's just this one. But like, what a unique character that just like, you got the roller skates, You're a painter. It's so fun. Maybe take the mic power with me? Maybe I need the microphone to blast the button? See, there's a door behind there. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to see that. Oh, look, I can go down. I'm so scared about going downwards into the unknown. Can I? Thank you. There we go. Okay, this is how I access that button. I've died too many times by trusting that there was a bottom to a level that I've completely scarred myself, and I won't go down anymore. But this game is different. This game actually rewards you for doing that kind of exploring. Oh yes. This is the reason I play Kirby's Adventure. Is because Kirby in a cowboy hat. Look at him! Whew. Gotta be faster than that. Okay. I've never gotten past the fourth guy. Oh no, I've gotten past the fourth guy. I've never gotten past DDD. Okay. Here we go. Oh! Yes! Come here! Oh, UFO Kirby! Pew, pew! This is amazing. Oh, the truth is out there and it's Kirby. Oh, and he's got beam and laser. This is the best. This is the best power. And he's adorable. Look at cute little UFO Kirby. I always want to be UFO Kirby. There is no other Kirby but UFO Kirby, because UFO Kirby don't stop. Oh no! I need my UFO back, no! Oh no. Oh, that's awful. I'm so sad. Okay, throw them at me, go on. Gotcha. Gotcha. Ooh, Axe Knight. Coming in hot. See, I always thought that those were spatulas, especially because when you get hit by one, you like get caught on fire, like you're getting hit with a hot spatula that just flipped a pancake or something. But no, it is in fact a trident. That is Trident Knight. All right, Kracko. Clever, clever girl. That is really that's very fast reflexes for an NES AI. You shouldn't be able to dodge me that fast. I mean, beam is better than nothing. Yikes. So this is the part of Kirby's Adventure where the coconuts become a real threat. Yikes, I think that's all you can do is just get hit by the coconuts. Just go, Kirby, go. Just slide, 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 Kirby, slide. Ooh, rough, rough, Kirby, rough. I got that one. That is one coconut that will not hurt anybody. There we go. All right, I think all in all, for the walloping that I took by coconuts and the other enemies in that stage, it was all worth it because I got a couple more lives out of it. Meta Knight gives you a sword, says get it, because we are going to fight. We are going to duel like gentlemen. Oh, yes, on guard. Yikes, he is smacking me a lot. Would you get away from me, please? Meta Knight's no joke. Okay, so this is the one exception to the lasers can't shoot diagonally rule, is that you can ricochet them off of things. Perfect. I think this is just a boss rush, this level. Just every mid-level boss that I have come up against so far is just gonna be here, and I just have to kill them. Okay. I mean, it had to assume that I was going to use Crash on this man. And let's use Mike on the next person. Hello. You know that new sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to this. There we go. All right, I will definitely take your hammer. Ah, this is now tense. This has become... Oh no, rolling turtle. Just come close enough for me to hit you. Oh, I really don't like this guy. He's grabby, he's handsy. Alright, who do we have now? Oh, dorky lion. Seriously, look at his dorky looking face. Hello, Kirby. Okay. Great. I did the boss rush, and now what? And these guys are just very happy, but they are in my way. These wall ninjas over here. So this is definitely like the last lobby, because this is giving me like a greatest hits of the mid bosses, and now I'm getting just a greatest hits of the Kirby enemies that have been here throughout the game. So it is almost time to... And I mean, it is giving me like a choice of the powers that I want to take with me now. But I'm gonna keep the sword. I feel like the sword is where it's at. So we've got a cannon over there. And I'm going to light the fuse and let's get in the box. Oh no, can't quite make it. Okay. So how am I gonna do this? All right, run Kirby, run Kirby, run. Did not make it in time. Well, hang on. What if... Hey, Mr. Laser. No, come on, I'm right here. Ugh. Maybe I can get the laser to shoot. Okay, come on, yep, shoot it. Ugh. No. Go. Oh, okay. I guess... So I guess the laser does not catch things on fire. All right, I have another idea. I think I can fireball my way over there. Hurrah! Maybe, I don't know. I'm not convinced that it's a bad idea yet. Oh, almost. Okay, I think this is a good idea. I think this is exactly what I'm supposed to do. So let you go. Oh! Oh my god! Oh yes! And to the victor go the spoils, my goodness! That was wonderful. Yes, yes, I feel so well equipped to go into the last act of this game. Nothing can stop me. Get up there, all the way. Nah, that would have been great though. Okay, stage 6. Oh, wonderful. And it's my favorite song. Wow. This is just Kirby's Dream Land. I'm not gonna use a copy ability. I'm just gonna LARP Kirby's Dream Land with all of these guys. Okay. Door number 1. Okay, give me that laser ball. Okay, and now let's exit. Alright, now I will take laser with me to King DDD. His health is not really going down though. Okay. Seems we are evenly matched at this point. No, never mind. You're donezo. All right. Fountain of Dreams. Gonna go put the star rod back. And DD says no. Says don't do it. You don't understand. You don't know why I did what I did. But I smack him out of the way because I'm not listening. Put the star rod back. Everything seems fine. Until it's not. Oh no, look at them go. Like a Laurel and Hardy routine. Oh, thank you for the ride, DDD. Perfect. Okay. Star Rod power. Okay, so this is the Kabula battle from Kirby's Dream Land, except it is now Nightmare and not Kabula himself. So I think that's why Kabula doesn't appear in this game, because they translated that battle to this one. Which is fine. I mean, it's still tough, and I'm probably going to die any moment. Yeah. Oh, come on. See, it's not fair that his stars can block my stars, but my stars can't block his stars. Okay. What is happening now? So the game just decided that I didn't kill him in time and squashed me. Feel like I should just let him take me. Just take me now. Okay, so can I kill you please before we go crashing to Earth? Oh, thank goodness for that. Let's get out of here. Here we go. I've still got the star rod, so that's nice. Oh my goodness. There he is. There he is. I see him. I see him. Come on, you. Alright, so I appreciate this because I've got more freedom of motion now than I did before. And I can actually counter his stars with my own stars, so that's nice. All right. Oh my God, he looks like Count Chocula. He looks like Dick Dastardly. Zooming past me the way he does doesn't seem to hurt. Okay, never mind. I lied. It does hurt. Do I have to fight the orb again? Okay, good. I'm done pondering that orb. There we go. So much easier than the orb stage. Just stabbing Dracula. We did it. We got him. And we blew up the moon doing it, but you know what? It was worth it. Everybody loves a crescent moon, which is now what we will have forever. Maybe that's why the moon gets so angry in Kirby Superstar, because we blew it up. Kirby fought to find the Star Rod, but King Dedede did not mean any harm. Bad dreams had invaded Dreamland. A nightmare came to the Dream Spring in the form of a Dracula and tried to cause pain to the people. Dedede foiled the nightmare by hiding the Star Rod from him. So see, this is another game. Dedede helped Kirby beat the nightmare. Yeah, I mean, kind of. And Kirby kind of interfered and let Nightmare run amok. Now everyone's dreams will return. Tonight, Dreamland will sleep well. Good. I'm glad. That was kind of a tough battle too. Ooh, I've never slid with the sword, but that's a fun move. I should try that next time. See, this Kirby that's playing right now over the credits is so much better than I am at dodging these folks. Ooh, high jump is a good one to have for King Dedede. The end, bye-bye. Total score was 338,720. There's a whole other digit column that I just did not populate. That's fine. And that's it. That's Kirby's Adventure. Kirby's Adventure was praised universally for everything from its challenging gameplay, to its lore, to its controls, to its hand-painted backgrounds. Modern reviews hold it at an 84%. I give this game an even 90%, so take that. Kirby's Adventure was so much more than what we thought was possible on the NES, especially at a time when that system was being dwarfed by its successor. Now that's an achievement. Kirby's Adventure is a simple, interesting game that appeals to beginners just as much as experienced gamers who want to get that 100% completion rate. The story and the characters are much more fleshed out this time around, with one character in particular experiencing a whole lot of growth, which is why this episode's MVP, Most Valuable Poyo, goes to King Dedede. The man shouldered the blame for the Dreamlanders' nightmares and allowed himself to be maligned and hated for stealing the Star Rod and spreading it around Dreamland, when in reality he was protecting his people from a scary Dracula. In Kirby's Adventure, truly, Dedede was a king. And that's a wrap on this episode of Kirb Appeal. Thank you so much to Azure Flux for the use of the Kirb Appeal theme song, I Ate All the Snacks, off of their album Pocket Boy. You can find a link to their channel as well as all of our sound effects in the description. Our next episode is going to be about Kirby's Pinball Land and should be released in about a week's time. Your best chance to catch that is to like and subscribe, as much as I don't want to be known on the internet, and I hope to see you then. Until next time, this is Alex Reynolds with Kirb Appeal, reminding you to be kind, be brave, and consume your enemies. Take care.